The streaming is fixed. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Mauricio?
Commissioner Joseph,
Present.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Here.
Mayor Svetchin.
Here.
For the record, Commissioner Vizcarra is not here, and neither is Commissioner Stuyvesant.
Okay,
So
before we
have a quorum.
thank you. Before we start the meeting, as everyone knows, today is September 11th. This is a very somber day. 24 years ago today, a very horrible thing happened. Almost 3,000 people lost their lives. So I just want to take a moment to remember those people, a moment of silence. And to add to that, I want to also say that yesterday, a very horrible, horrible thing happened to our country. Someone that was a huge patriot, someone that really understood the concept of disagreeing without being disagreeable, a very religious person, Charlie Kirk, a Christian who supported Israel, who supported discourse, was murdered. So I'd like to also include him in that moment of silence, if everyone could just take a moment.
I'd just like to add one more thing if I could. That there were 50,000 deaths in the after fact of 9/11.
Thank you.
So we have to pray for those people as well.
Thank you. We can all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mauricio, we're not having the opening statement, correct?
No.
Okay, so this is a short meeting. We have very few people in the audience, but again, I'm going to remind everyone, this is a place where we do business. I'm asking everyone to please remember that you have 3 minutes to speak if you're going to be speaking. And please, like I said earlier, we can disagree without being disagreeable. This goes for the commission as well. I think that we normally do a very good job of that. Go ahead, Mauricio.
Okay. The first item on the agenda is the millage resolution. It's 3A. It's a resolution adopting the City of Sunny Isles Beach final ad valorem tax millage levy rate at 1.7000 mils per $1,000 of taxable assessed value, which is 1.55% more than the rollback rate of 1.6741 mils for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have any comments from the commission?
I have a comment.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I would like to say that I was the lead person responsible for the millage decrease. And for me, and I had gone through the budget, last year's, this year's, and I believe that the millage rate reduction was well within what the city could handle finance-wise. These reductions here on that where it's stated that we need to now have a deficit and we have to eliminate certain items, I don't believe that that is absolutely true, and it's unfounded. And I would like to have had Tiffany here to question her firsthand, but since that does not occur, I just want to put it on the record that I don't believe that these numbers are true in any regard.
Okay, thank you. Take a motion.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Mauricio, we're going to take a
Yes.
roll call.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Yes.
Mayor Svetchin.
Yes.
The ordinance passes 2 to 1.
Okay.
3B is an ordinance of the City Commission of
Did
the
you say 2 to 1? 3.
2 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's 3-0. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
I thought you
3-0.
said-
Yeah.
Okay.
3B is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, adopting an operating capital improvement budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026, pursuant to Section 200.65 of the Florida statutes. Authorizing expenditures of funds established by the budget, authorizing encumbrances, authorizing issuance of checks, providing for grants and gifts, providing for local and federal law enforcement trust funds, providing for post-audit, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, do we have any public speakers?
We do. Stephen Hirsch.
Stephen Hirsch, 17201 Collins. At the first budget meeting last week, I suggested to the commission about adopting a performance-based municipal budget moving forward. A perfect example why is after public comments were concluded last week, the commissioners asked the city manager questions and for clarification about what programs were being reduced or eliminated to achieve the millage rate reduction from 1.8 to 1.7. However, there was no discussion or explanation why these specific programs were chosen to be reduced. One of the strongest arguments in favor of performance-based budgeting occurs where there is a revenue reduction for any cause necessitating programmatic budget reductions. It provides accurate, measurable information to identify budget reductions that are least impactful to our residents. By way of comparison, using traditional budgeting, under the current system, the city manager typically responds to make reductions by trimming line items or adopting across-the-board cuts. The commission then sees a thinner budget, but has little clarity about which services will suffer or what identified impact the cuts will actually have on residents. Using performance-based budgeting, instead of asking where can we cut dollars, the process asks which programs deliver the most value for the dollar. The commission then, each program or service then is tied to measurable outcomes, such as response times for our police, park maintenance satisfaction, permit turnaround times, and stormwater resilience benchmarks. When revenue drops, such as a millage rollback, performance-based budgeting allows the city manager and the commission to do three things: identify lower performing or non-essential programs that can be scaled back or limited with the least impact on community priorities. 2, preserve funding for high-impact programs that residents most value. And 3, communicate transparency with residents about what services may change, backed by data instead of politics or guesswork. A performance-based budget would give both the city manager and the commission a data-driven framework for making smart, transparent, targeted reductions whenever revenues are constrained. It avoids blanket reductions and instead targets low-impact or underperforming services. The budget process benefits the commission, the city manager, city staff, and the public by getting the best return on every tax dollar. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lyle Rose.
My name is Lyle Browse. I'd like to actually direct my questions
Just your address for the record, please.
200 Sunny Isles Boulevard.
Thank you.
I'd like to actually direct my questions to Stan Morris. First, could you please...
Sir, I just want to remind you that everything is through the chair.
Okay, so I'll address it to you.
Okay. We don't go back and forth, though. This is your time.
All right. First, I'd like to update us on the current balance of the city's reserve funds. Having a clear picture of this reserves is important to evaluate how much flexibility we have truly with this year's budget. Second, I want to raise a concern about the staffing allocation. Last year, the city budgeted for 48 positions. This year, the city proposed 60. From what I can see, there's no immediate plans to hire that many additional people. That raises the question, why are we allocating funds for 12 more positions than we've historically had? To me, this makes it seem like we're padding the budget, and it's harder for residents to understand where the money's actually going. So I'd really like to hear the reasoning behind the increase. Is there long-term hiring plans, or are these placeholder numbers for future needs? It would be helpful to explain that. Otherwise, it seems more reasonable and transparent to budget closer to actual staffing levels, perhaps allowing for a modest increase, but not jumping all the positions at once. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it, no more speakers.
Okay, thank you. Any comments from the commission? Vice Mayor?
Yeah, I'd just like to kind of reiterate a little bit of what we discussed last time, specifically the drone program and some of the cuts that were handed to us. So throughout the year, just to, obviously, I mean, we have budgeted 60 staff positions. We don't know exactly if all of those are going to be filled, when they're going to be filled. So it looks like it's fluid. So let's see what we could do so those cuts are not implemented or they're mitigated as much as possible, especially a drone, anything that has to do with safety. And the FIFA watch party.
Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. We have taken all of your notes and comments from before, and we're looking at all of those potential items.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Someone make a motion?
I would like to say something as well.
Please go ahead.
So at the time that I proposed 1.7 millage rate, the city manager came back with, I believe it was 1.725 or something. What was it exactly that you came back with?
Go ahead.
I don't recall the exact number.
But there was a number that was below 1.8 that you had said that you could settle on as opposed to the 1.7.
Yes, I believe it was a little bit lower than the 1.8.
Okay. So if we had settled on that number, even though it was below 1.8, there would not have been any of these reductions? Is that what you're trying to say now?
No, there still would have been cuts. My
But that would have been okay
recommendation,
with you.
my recommendation was still for the 1.8 and still is for the 1.8. But the direction of the commission was to lower to 1.7. So we implemented cuts from new programs that were presented.
But with working around the numbers and which like I said, I don't believe that they're accurate or, that there are some numbers that are fudged. So that would have been okay, but with the 1.7, this is what we come to, which, as I said, I don't believe that these are accurate or necessary. So for me, I'm quite satisfied with my decision, and we had two other commissioners that went along with my proposal for the 1.7. So at some point, I know I wasn't twisting their arm, so there must have been something they were thinking about in order to also go along with the 1.7. And when they think about it, they have to also be thinking, how is it that all of a sudden, with all of the city's reserves, that all of a sudden we have a deficit that leads us to these numbers. I wish that, and we have to make some provision that we can ask Tiffany in these regards to have her present so she'd be questioned directly in the future. For me, I don't trust these numbers.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Joseph. I just want to remind everyone that's perhaps watching, and for the record, that we have multiple meetings where we do have an opportunity to speak to Tiffany, and I think that it is a very unfair statement to say that her numbers are fudged or incorrect. She's got a very high reputation, and she's been working here for many years, so that's an unfair statement.
Are these her numbers? No one has said these are her numbers.
Tiffany's responsible for creating the budget. But with that being said, again, I had actually said to the manager that perhaps to make it easier for people to understand, because although we've done this for many years, for next year we will make it much more obvious when these conversations are being had so that more people can participate. We did have people participate this time. Some of them are in the audience, so they can attest to that as well. But, you know, I don't want to rehash what we've already discussed. And certainly, for the record, we've all had the opportunity to have these conversations. Since I think the first one was March, I believe that was the very first meeting. So this is not our second budget meeting. This is just the completion of it.
For me, I'm quite comfortable with having the millage rate reduced to the benefit of the residents.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I'd like to mention the point. I mean, when we're doing budget, and I think that moving forward, something that we could do is look at different scenarios based on different millage rates, right? So we could have a clear picture, because last time that we were here, you know, we had mentioned, it was like spur of the moment, you had mentioned 1.7, then you mentioned 1.6. So I think that we collectively can go in and say, okay, let's look at a scenario where we go with 1.7, 1.65, and take a deep look at different programs that may need to be cut. So it's, you know, it's modeling basically. So I think that we should, moving forward, work on something like that, perhaps. So, yeah.
Well, that would cause the city manager and the other departments to work more closely with us, which doesn't occur at this time.
Well, regardless, I think that I think it will give us more time. It will give us a little bit more information, a clear picture on what needs to be done, how things could be tweaked or not, and then it will give also the staff, you know, a better, clear, or more time as well to work on those different, you know, projections or budgets based on our directive. You know, so we tell them, listen, please do 3 different types of modelings, and we take it from there. And I think that way, you know, we avoid some of the surprises or some of that, you know, tension or friction. I think that's a good way to approach it moving forward.
So just,
Because I like to see also too, you know, I like to have I mean, when I'm working on my home budget, you know, you do different modeling, right? Or if you're doing
All right, let me just,
investing, so, yeah.
I'm going to interrupt. I normally try not to do this, but I just want to, again, clarify. This way of budgeting has been, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. City Manager, the way that the city has basically budgeted since its inception. I believe the previous city manager is here, and so are previous elected officials. There's nothing necessarily very different. In fact, I think that it is more inclusive because we've had more opportunities for the public. If we decide, which I don't disagree with you, to change how we're doing it, then we can absolutely do that as a commission and have a real workshop to have those discussions. I don't think we should just start saying, I want, you know, to start,
No,
you
but
know.
I think that during our workshops,
Right,
say,
there should-
okay, how about if we go with 1.7 or 1.75 or 1.8?
Right, and I think that that's,
What would that entail?
I think that that's why we should do a better job, us on the dais, of doing more research and being ready to have those conversations when we're having the workshops, rather than doing it at the tail end when it's already, you know, done. So, you know, let's say for the record that we are going to do, you know, more to, you know, really understand what the timeline is and how much time we have to do this, because it's not forever, right? We have to, you know.
Yeah, at one point we gotta vote
We
on
have
it,
to-
yeah.
You know.
actually, I just like to say that I did do my research. I went over several years of books, and we could have actually gone down to 1.6 and not have any issues with this year's budget. The city could have well afforded to go down to 1.6. We're
Okay.
a rich city. We have a huge amount of reserves. The interest rates will be going down, but that's, you know, will affect everyone.
Well, look, okay,
But we still have plenty of money coming in from development on the east side that isn't taken into account right now. So we are in better shape of many, many, many cities around us.
I totally agree, but I think that we also have to be responsible for future commissions to come, that we don't put them in a position where we make it very challenging for them to maintain the level of service.
We're
that
not
is-
even close to having any issue, so that's ludicrous even to suggest that.
I'm not suggesting that. What I'm saying is that we have to rely on the staff that we have given this job to, which is the Director of Finance. So,
Yes, but we don't have input from, we don't
Mayor,
have
yes,
May I-
back and forth
We're-
with the staff.
yes, I
That's what
understand.
I'm trying to get at. We need to have more input.
We have plenty
more.
of input. Please, Mr. City Manager, well, Commissioner Viscar.
I was just going to say to the couple of points that were brought up. Firstly, we started the budget process in March. We built the budget based on the visioning of the commission. We don't build the budget in a vacuum. To say that it's not transparent, we have the budget posted online, and you all were involved in the process from the very beginning. We built the budget based on your direction. So you've had plenty of opportunity for input. We've incorporated those changes. We built the budget based on 1.8. You directed to 1.7. So naturally, we went back and looked and reduced from the budget the new programs that we had proposed. So that's how you ended up with the budget where you are today.
Thank you. All right. With that, I will take a motion.
So moved.
I need a second, please.
Second.
Okay, Mauricio?
Just need to know for the record that Commissioner Viscara is here now. So, Vice Mayor Lamo,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
No.
Commissioner Viscara,
Yes.
Mayor Svechin.
Yes.
The ordinance passes 3-1.
Great. Thank you. With nothing else on the agenda, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.